So I'm sure you're aware what happened with Charlie Kirk, and most importantly, when we discuss stuff like this, stuff so horrific, prayers to his family. That's the most important thing. I recorded a short yesterday, and I didn't even know that his family was in attendance while this happened, which makes this whole thing even worse. So if you can't bring yourself to have any empathy or any empathy for Charlie Kirk, at least think of his wife, his young children. I believe they're toddlers, and what they saw and are experiencing and grieving right now. I can't even imagine how they feel, especially witnessing that. So just most importantly, prayers to them. Now, what I'm gonna talk about today is something I was already gonna make a video on, and now after the shooting of Charlie Kirk, I think it's even more appropriate to make a video about it. Firstly, I want to talk about what I'm seeing online and the response, and most specifically the division I'm seeing online regarding this situation. Secondly, I want to talk about the potential dangers this could bring. And lastly, which is what I was gonna originally make a video on, how I want to talk about how politics has ruined society. Now, what I want to start with is it's scaring me how divided people are getting over this whole situation, what I'm seeing online. Usually, regarding situations like this, the majority of people are grieving, are shocked, horrified, and while there's a large amount of people who are shocked and who are horrified with what just happened, I am seeing a lot of people not even just celebrating, although there's a few people celebrating. Of course there are trolls, but you never know. I'm seeing a lot of people with little to no empathy and a lot of arguing and division I'm seeing online, especially on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. You even got the house floor erupting and yelling after a moment of silence. Like, are we fucking serious? I think Abraham Lincoln put it best: a house divided against itself cannot stand. And now more than ever, that statement still rings true to this day, because this country is getting more and more divided. And I believe the assassination of Charlie Kirk just made it 10 times worse. What concerns me the most is young children are seeing this. Teens are seeing this. And I know they're seeing this because right after what happened, when you go on Twitter, the video is the first thing you see. So, and with children seeing comments, making memes, jokes, celebrating, or not showing any empathy or condemning what happened, I don't even think I need to explain how dangerous that could be, especially on a young, impressionable mind. And I think also important to talk about too regarding the Charlie Kirk assassination, this is not just affecting Republicans, because just a few months ago you had a shooting in Minnesota where a Democratic senator died. So this is not, because I'm seeing a lot of right wingers, conservatives saying that, oh, the left has gone too far and the left is evil. You're doing more harm than good, because this is happening to both sides. Both political sides have extremists. So if you're pushing this rhetoric that, oh, the left has gone too far or the right has gone too far, you're doing more harm than good, because that's just dividing people even more. So this is not a political issue, because it's happening on both political sides. And here's one thing I'd like to add. Can we fucking stop making stuff like this into politics and involving it? Stuff like school shootings and Palestine. Can we as a society agree that killing is bad, period? Because I'm seeing people online saying, oh, the right's not treating this like school shootings. Can both sides, I don't give a fuck what your political opinions are, can we just both agree that killing is bad, period? All this shit is bad, period. And also, I'd like to add too, I'm seeing a lot of people on the right villainizing the left, and you got even Trump declaring war. Like, can't we just fucking tone it down a bit? The last thing we need is for people like Trump or whoever exploiting people's fears. Like, we've seen this shit happen before, and it never ends well. So can we just tone it down a bit and not cause fear and panic among people? Like, that's the last thing we need. The thing we need the most right now is unity, and just to love each other. And what I'm seeing is not, I'm just seeing division, and I'm seeing fear, and it's not gonna end well if we just keep getting divided like this. And you got people like Trump exploiting people's fears. There's no need for that. So yeah, I just want to add some at the end. I think politics has just ruined people's minds in general. We're seeing a division that, you know, we haven't seen in a long time. There's a lot of people to blame for that. I think we have ourselves to blame. Social media is not helping. I would even say the news is not helping. And politicians are most definitely not helping with that, as all they're doing is just exploiting our fears and dividing us even further. And I fear if we're not heading in the right direction, we could see more attacks like this, especially if the right seeks revenge and attacks left-wing politicians, activists. We don't need that. And I think most rational people can agree that this stuff, political violence, is never justified. And all I can say is I just hope for unity, and that we don't see any more attacks like this. Because I think you can agree, because I saw the video, and I'll say that was probably one of the most fucked things I ever saw in my life. And I think most people can agree that that was a very gruesome video. So, you know, that's all I have to say. I just hope we can just love each other and just condone violence in general. But that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.